On occasion, when driving down the open road, something attracts your attention. You're not sure what it is, but you're curious about it, and you could use a break. Many roadside attractions are created in this way. Particularly in the US, roadside attractions, which are typically bizarre or specialized, have grown to play a significant role in the experience of traveling by car. They can, however, occasionally be downright spooky. Here are our top 10 spookiest American roadside sites. Can you guess what number 1 is? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think it is. Now, grab your map, look for a trustworthy travel companion, and let's get started. Number 10. The Fremont Troll, Seattle, Washington. We read about enigmatic, problematic, or malicious trolls who reside under bridges in so many classic folktales and fairy tales. They are a nuisance and frequently demand a toll or fee for passage. In some situations, they can even be rather ominous and terrifying. Fortunately, they are fictional, except when you're exploring Seattle's Fremont neighborhood's underpasses. A large stone troll standing here is supporting the underpass on his broad shoulders. It's a spooky and unexpected sight to see if you're not expecting it or are strolling in poor lighting. The Fremont Troll, which stands 18 feet, 5.5 meters, tall and features a sparkling metal eye that glints in the light, is the product of a local art competition that was held in 1989 to revitalize the region because it had become hazardous and filthy. Tourists frequently gather around the troll and sometimes even stand on his shoulders for the ideal photo opportunity. Watch out for the Volkswagen Beetle that the troll has crushed in his fist. Number 9. Oregon Vortex, Gold Hill, Oregon. If you've ever been to a fairground that features a funhouse or a hall of mirrors, you know how simple it is to lose focus and perceive things in a much eerier way. How about in the open countryside? You might find yourself unsure of what you see if you happen to visit Gold Hill, Oregon. Several ghostly structures and a few gravity hill illusions can fascinate, confound, or perplex visitors at the Oregon Vortex. According to legend, the local tribespeople forbade the Old Gray Eagle Mining Company from using this Native American territory in 1904 to construct their outpost. As a result, the house slipped dangerously off its foundations. The story that a powerful magnetic field controlled this region and brought about strange and amazing events was thus born. Visitors travel from all over the world to test this theory and see if they can draw a logical conclusion. As of yet, the Oregon Vortex's enigma remains. Number 8. Arkansas Alligator Farm and Petting Zoo, Hot Springs, Arkansas. Do you enjoy everything reptilian? In any case, make a stop in Hot Springs and go to the Arkansas Alligator Farm and Petting Zoo if you're traveling through Arkansas. What exactly makes a petting zoo creepy? Well, some alligators are more alive than others. A number of displays are also available, including the skeleton remains of a merman and other fascinating and peculiar anomalies. The Arkansas Alligator Farm and Petting Zoo, established in 1902 as an alternative tourist destination for people visiting the towns named Hot Springs, welcomes guests from all around to get up close and personal with these prehistoric and native animals. Feed young alligators, observe experts handling the creatures, or visit the museum-style displays showcasing historical facts and biological puzzles. The Arkansas Alligator Farm and Petting Zoo is likely to leave you with more questions than answers, but that's all part of the enjoyment. Number 7. Oddporium, Arden, Delaware. Sometimes you just want to poke about somewhere genuinely bizarre with a friend or loved one, laughing and cringing as you point out old dolls, antique medical instruments, or pig parts in a jar. Whether you have a dark sense of humor when it comes to curious or are easily grossed out, think about stopping by the Oddporium on your next trip through Arden, Delaware. The Oddporium also shows horror movies outside if you happen to be passing through in the evening. Many frightening activities will take place, especially if you visit the location around Halloween. Nighttime horror movies and strange paranormal objects kept in jars make the ideal eerie combination. Number 6. Goldwell Open Air Museum, Beatty, Nevada. Your eyes might fool you if you've been driving for a while, especially in Nevada's arid scenery. Suddenly, white floating figures appear in the distance. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. You are moving in the direction of Beatty, Nevada's Goldwell Open Air Museum. When you visit, Don't forget to bring your natural curiosity and creative spirit. The Goldwell Open Air Museum is a collection of fascinating and thought-provoking sculptures located in the center of Death Valley. Its main attraction is a group of eerie, white-clad figures arranged in the form of the Last Supper. Many of them aren't really that spooky, but the image of the masked Last Supper in the middle of the desert's barren terrain will give you the creeps. Number 5. Winchester Mystery House, San Jose, California. With a name like the Winchester Mystery House, you can be sure that your visit will be unusual and entertaining. The Winchester Mystery House, which was built for Sarah Party Winchester, the heiress of the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, began its construction in 1884. There are endless hallways, doors to nothing, and much more. Its out-of-the-ordinary design contributes to the Winchester Mystery House's distinctive and eccentric charm. The unusual design is thought to have been the result of Sarah going insane with guilt over all the people killed by Winchester weapons and ammo over the years. Are you a fan of all things eerie and supernatural? Some claim that Sarah's ghost is still present in the Winchester Mystery House, which opened to the public in 1923, barely a year after she passed away, and just before construction was finally halted. Number 4. Mystery Hole, Fayetteville, West Virginia. Nothing gets people's attention like the term mysterious hole. It is a roadside attraction located in Fayetteville, West Virginia, although there isn't much information available about it. That is what makes everything even more mysterious. Without a ticket and passing through the first building, you can't even get a glance. A gravity-reflipping mysterious hole is hidden below the entry building that has been closed off, making visitors wonder about everything. Some individuals take off entirely in the wrong way. Some folks are perplexed. Some individuals keep coming back to this particular hole in an effort to unravel its secrets. You'll be left in suspense the entire time. Number 3. The world's largest Elkhorn Arch, Afton, Wyoming. This next roadside attraction will either be incredibly spectacular or horrifying, depending on your views on hunting. It's still a little morbid anyway. The world's largest Elkhorn Arch, which spans all 4 lanes of the roadway, is a commanding sight as you travel down Route 89 into Afton, Wyoming. How many elk horns are required to create the allegedly largest Elkhorn Arch in the world? This unusual structure is made up of 3,011 interconnected horns, according to government statistics. Pull over for a photo opportunity, approach it closely to study how it is constructed, or simply drive underneath it while you wonder how 15 tons of elk horns manage to support the archway while remaining mostly in the air. Number 2. Doll's Head Trail, Atlanta, Georgia. A doll's head is undoubtedly the creepiest object there is. Doll's Head Trail in Atlanta, Georgia, is therefore not surprising to be on this list. Yes, you may spend your time strolling about the Constitution Lakes area keeping an eye out for these incredibly eerie trail markers, if 1 or 2 doll heads aren't enough for you. After a long drive, stretch your legs and, while you're at it, check off one more spooky roadside site. Even better, keep your traveling companion in the dark about the strange objects that are strewn across the trail. Then observe as they discover in utter terror just how eerie this particular Georgia tourist destination is. Number 1. Jimmy Carter Peanut, Plains, Georgia. With our final roadside attraction, we're sticking with the beautiful state of Georgia and going presidential. Jimmy Carter's supporters in Indiana decided to create a 13-foot, 4-meter tall statue as part of his presidential campaign because he grew up on a peanut farm in Plains, Georgia. This was done to generate excitement and bring voters to the polls. The statue itself, a huge peanut, visible for miles, sporting a toothy grin. After a car drove into it in 2000, it was later moved from Indiana to the outside of President Carter's hometown and fully renovated. Stop over for a photo opportunity before buying some peanuts for the road in Plains itself. They're fantastic for road trip snacks. Did you enjoy this video? If so, check out these other videos from Daily Top 10. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Thanks for watching.